So here we are, middle of Port Talbot historic site. I'm here really early and no one's here, so I'm sort of here on my own. Bit of a mad place. This is like the cells, like on the floor, and they're 6 foot by 8 foot, I think. No, 4 foot by 8 foot, 6 foot by 8 foot. Some poor fucker from Bristol getting fucked. Looks like they've had loads of restructural work to support it because there's stuff falling down. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've just been wandering around here and remembered to have a go probably, so I might as well come and do this. This was something to do with the laundry, I think. This is Commandant's office. It's super pretty. See the bars on the window. And over here. They've done quite a nice job of sorting the traffic out effectively. They've got these sort of newish glass panels that are sort of over there, which I think is obviously in the process of being done, and then they've got these metal benches, and then where there would be walls they've just stacked up these which are quite lax, so they've not sort of fully rebuilt them. But yeah, the sort of main site, I think this is the main building. Literally, I think everyone else is waiting for the tour, which obviously I'm not going to do. It's just not my vibe. But sort of, it said back in the day it used to be a flour mill or something like that, and then obviously power and money made it into a convict place, which is pretty cool. And then the main bit, oh no, here comes the masses, are out here, which is rather nice. So there's a tour coming this way, so we're going to power around, see if we can get out that bit where we were a second ago, and go from there. But yeah, Port Arthur. Coming back through again, where we were. Trying to run away from that tour. This is the absolution area, it says. And then the bit we went through, the last bit, was where the cut bit was. And it looks like I've done myself a stitch, never look again. Oh. I think there must be more cells if it is. It's pretty cool because that means not quite tall. The multi-story. It's not ideal. That was pretty small on it. Don't do the crime, I suppose. Like that guy from Bristol stealing a coat sent from Bristol to here, and then he was fucked, and he punched him in the system, in the system. Yeah. Pretty cool building, that. Nice place to look out on there, isn't it? Yeah, it was on the back, I think. Crazy to think all these people are here. I think the church is still there. This looks wooden. Typically bones down, isn't it? What's that number 7? 7. So we found this little, I don't know, whatever you call it, platform bit, which is actually above where I was a minute ago. So it must have had multiple floors, and I'm pretty sure those little notches which are everywhere must have been the original joists that went across, I guess. I don't know if there was 2 high or 4 high. Who knows? Nice. And then outside, not quite sure what this is going to be. What's it look like? Bit of security. got to be the governor's house in it or something like that, I would have thought. But yeah, it's cool. It's now at like the top of the site, I think. I haven't been over there yet, which is what I was pointing to a minute ago. This building here used to be the hospital. And then over there's obviously a church, because there's always a fucking church in these things. And then, yeah, very pretty. I will say though, what I quite like about New Zealand so far is that you're allowed to wander around everywhere. Like, you're not allowed, not allowed to touch this, not allowed to go in there. Don't get me wrong, there's good bits and bad bits of that, but let's go and have a look at it. Hospital. I do quite like that they're trying to keep it standing. It's very nice. Thousand convicts to look after. Do nice work there. Bees are nesting in the hospital. Wow, what is going on here? It's got to be structural reinforcement. What is this? What are they going to do with that? Or is that beds? Is that to mock? Oh, I see. That's to mock up where the beds were. Right. Nice. No bars on these windows though. Guess they wanted to stay in here. I reckon this might make a nice photo from here, so get the fuck away. It's now right at the top of the hill. This sort of, I don't know what to call that, mustard coloured house. Another little dinky one over here, it's been rebuilt. And now I'm starting to think that church might be some stables, but we'll find out in a minute. There's a church over there, of course there is. Knew there had to be one somewhere. I don't know what this is going to be, what we're going to take guesses at. It's got to be a, it's right on the edge there. Don't know, let's find out. Smith O'Brien's cottage. Member of Parliament. Oh, of course it fucking is. Good thing about recording on my GoPro instead of my phone, I get to listen to music still. Got a banging Muse uprising in my ears at the moment, which is quite nice. Let's have a look. The fuck is that? Why have we got a harp in it? No context. That's what we like. I don't get it. Whatever. Stables, prison residence, office quarters, private residence. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is really outside of me. No, that'll be anyway. So we're heading back down to that little turrety thing that we saw earlier. There's some people doing some painting, so try not to talk next to them because I'm embarrassed. The tour is just over in the main building, so we're ignoring that. We're way ahead of them. And then we're going to power around over there in a minute. Let's have a look. So up in the top right, the commandant's and senior officers area. They were saying they know what it looks like because the lady that lived here, the wife of the commandant, sent a painting back to her family in Plymouth, which is quite funny really that we had all this shit all over the country and all over the world. It's quite pretty. Good defensive structure, but he said it was made of wood, which is surprising. Oh, I've got chili peppers right here. Nice. Tour stood on the bottom. Fuck those guys. So yet again, wrong. Turns out this is the commandant's house. Governor's house, sorry. Oh, of course it wasn't there. Which is obviously typical overspent money on one person. That's about half the size of the fucking prison. Which is quite nice. Quite nice view there, look at that. Pretty cool. Guided talks at 11. I think I'm going to try and grab that cruise before then. See how we get on. So, managed to sweet talk the guy outside who's doing the tour in a couple of hours to let me have a quick power run before they got in here, which is quite cool. So it turns out this is, I still got confused. He said that there was a governor that governed in Hobart, and then this guy who came from Sandhurst, well, he obviously qualified in Sandhurst, British guy, obviously. He's a bit of a dodgy fucker. He came here to run this after running another prison. He became the first, I think he said primo, which might be prime minister or state control or whatever. Look at them, that's some original. That's where the Hartbridge should probably be. Let's have a look around. It's nice. All paper scared. Surprised this wasn't ransacked when the prison was. Ooh. Maybe they turned the lights on a minute. Maybe they just put it over there. Of course, it's actually a big house. That's not creepy as fuck at all. Must be a store. Provisions or whatever. Huh. Hotel era. I wonder if it was a hotel at one point then. Yeah. Looks like most land spaces. Funny how that's now gone. Westbourne, China. Now that's a cool way of preserving something. Big glass door. Get to see it all nice and easy. The old blue and white. Can't go wrong with that. Here we go. Nice. Meat and 3 veg. next to them. So, just beyond the ferry, it's quite nice. I'm now walking out through the garden, which is pretty cool, and up towards the church. It's about 11 o'clock, well, it's a bit later than actually, 11:30. So I reckon I could sort of power around in the last 30 minutes. I've got a long drive up to Wineglass Bay because I've messed up my timings. I have to get out there for a hotel that I've already booked. I just don't have enough time to do everything else. But yeah, got a nice little, quite a nice big garden. It's very nice. Doesn't feel much like a prison today. So, get why the garden is so nice now. This is the government cottage, which is basically when you have some visitors coming to stay. You get to stay here, look at this beautiful house and beautiful views right next to this church. It's rather nice. Typical bullshit. All different rooms. Big fireplace. Beautiful. Just like everything. Scary. Oh, there's stones on the floor. Just kick the fucking metal corner of it. Flip flops and that'll be the end of my little tail. But it's okay because I've got a spare one on the other foot. Yeah. It's always church. It's always some way of ramming religion down your face. But they do a pretty good job because even me can appreciate the beauty of it. Ay. Have a quick look. Additionally, my daughter's got me to do Pokemon Go while I'm here, and there was a gym that I've got to take over, so there are spaces to do dad stuff. Oh, crack there then. Or was it on purpose? It's got to be on purpose. Who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, that'd be a roof. Not a crack at all. Nice.